March the 30th sees the world observe World Bipolar Day. The day aims to promote awareness about bipolar disorder, and speaking to us about his own experience living with bipolar disorder is Mogamad Nackerdien, a bipolar disorder activist and support group leader. A very good evening to you, and thank you so much for speaking to us. So in layman's terms, I know there is the scientific explanation of it, but what did you understand when you were first diagnosed with it and you were told that you have bipolar disorder? What is it?
So I did have an idea of it because I had a couple of family members that were going through it over the preceding years. But once I was diagnosed and once I lived it a little bit, I would say that most people understand the depression side of it. They know what it's like to, people are like, you know what it's like to feel down, what it's like to feel depressed. But no one knows much about the upside of bipolar and the mania. And basically the mania is, you have an unlimited amount of energy, racing thoughts, you feel like you can do anything, you feel like you are some gift, some sort of prophet from God. Just everything is grand. Everything in your life is amazing.
So you spoke about feeling sad, feeling down, and what I've found often very interesting when people speak about mental illness, they see that as something that is temporary and more than anything something that you are in control of. Things like snap out of it. And you also spoke about depression. So what has been your journey in explaining those differences, what you go through, or explaining it with, while being scientific but not too technical, that it's not necessarily something where you pop a pill and that's it, or you snap out of it, so to speak?
No, it's definitely not. When you do have something that's been diagnosed, or you've seen a professional and let's say you've been given a diagnosis, it's I don't want to say a never-ending journey, but it's a long journey, and it's constant. It's exhausting. It takes a lot of self-awareness. It takes a lot of help from those around you, your loved ones, your parents, your friends, colleagues at work. I've personally found that the more people that know about my bipolar, the easier it's become.
That's also very interesting because over the years, it's evolved. The discussion around mental illness, people are not only a lot more receptive to the idea of treatment, but of talking about it. So you said you had family members who've been diagnosed with it before. How much has that changed, the discussion and how people handle it from your relatives to what you're experiencing now, and also the support aspect?
To be honest with you, I don't think it's changed much. If I'm going to give you a percentage, I'm going to say 2%. I don't see it changing I joke with people and I say 2,000 years, 3,000 years, but the rate at which the change is happening is ridiculous, and it has so much to do with people's culture, religion, the way they see the world and the way they see people with mental illnesses.
So support groups, was it easy for you to find one? What was the experience with your family? Did they know immediately what to do, where to go, in understanding what you're going through?
I'm going to say, sadly enough, my family didn't. I think because it's actually more a part of our family than anything else. It seems like it's just another normal thing to happen in a family. So no, they didn't really know what to do. Most people didn't. Taking the journey, finding the support group. I must say that the South African Depression and Anxiety Group is the one lifeline we have as people that suffer with mental illnesses and mental health conditions.
What are some of the common challenges people living with bipolar disorder face? And I'm just wondering, have your experiences differed from those who have been diagnosed with the same disease? And is that based on your environment, your experiences, your age? Can you just expand a little bit more about those challenges and how they differ between also manic and depressive episodes?
Yeah, so that's definitely dependent on the type of lifestyle you live, the type of things you're surrounded with, the people you're surrounded with, the money that you have access to. It will change the type of bipolar experience you've got. You'll probably have more access to buying things, to businesses, drugs, to knows what else. Personally, being a religious person has helped me a lot. It's not been enough at times for me during depressive episodes, but it takes. So pre-diagnosis, it was very difficult, but once I got the diagnosis and spent every day trying to kind of figure this out, I have made lots of progress, and I feel that other people have been diagnosed with bipolar maybe make more of an effort, and they don't always say, if I have bipolar, can't you just forgive me, or can't you forget about it? You will actually experience a lot more growth as a person with bipolar.
So you're saying as a religious person, it helped you, and I'm wondering, is it because of the stricture and structure of the methods that you use to handle the disease beyond maybe the chemical interventions? Are you able to talk a little bit more about strategies and how your lifestyle or your upbringing, your experiences have helped?
So to be quite honest, like I've been praying, let's say 5 times a day since I was extremely young, let's say 8 years old. What I want people to understand is that me praying 5 times a day, it's brought me to where I am and it's helped me. But in real bad times of like suicidal thoughts, times when your brain and everything you only see is back, but give up. There's not a lot that's going to help you besides getting professional help in terms of counseling, psychology, medication, maybe exercise, diet, all those things tied together. And religion is a massive part of my life. But at the same time, when you are in the lowest of spaces, not enough, not going to pray yourself out of difficulty.
Success stories from the support groups perhaps that you'd like to share, but also challenges ahead. As you said, although there's been an evolution in how people approach mental illness, it's still too tiny, too minuscule to be significant.
Yeah, so I think with myself being a support group leader of a group where everyone in my group, they were diagnosed with bipolar before, most of us faced very similar, the way we deal with our challenges and our successes is very similar. I find the support group so powerful. And for me, it's the first place I go when I feel lost, someone doesn't understand me, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to approach something. So it's those small everyday victories that we get from the support group and that they get from us. That's enough, and it keeps us stable, keeps us going. Because without those people and without your normal family and your friends that actually want to understand, it's extremely difficult. You actually have to hide, which is basically what the rest of the world does. They have to hide behind the wall.
Mogamad Nackerdien, thank you so much for speaking to us. He is a bipolar disorder activist and support group leader on this World Bipolar Day.